Hey loves, there's something that we need to talk about today, and that is you do not have to be perfect in order to manifest your specific person. If you think you have to be constantly doing your affirmations, visualizations, or journaling prompts, and if you miss one, you completely ruined it, that is just not the case. Now, I'll tell you exactly why. Because the state is the thing that matters the most. Now, I'll give you a really, really cool example on this anyway, but when you're in the state, everything begins to align with that. So even if you text the wrong thing, when you're in the state to your specific person, you're going to find that everything else changes, or whatever you said was perfect for the situation. And the reason is when you're in a state, every single thing you do aligns with that. In the same way that if you were to think of someone who is like really positive, confident, or pursued, anything they say is going to be confident, positive, and pursued, right? That's just who they are and the essence that they are emanating. In the same way that we may text our specific person one thing in a certain state. So say like, hey, how's it going? In like a desperate, needy state, it feels really bad. But if you text, hey, how's it going? In a pursued and abundant state, it goes completely differently. And this was actually, like, I know, take it with a grain of salt, but there's research studies, or people would look at like athletes. And so they would look at like professional golfers. Trust me, this makes sense with manifestation. They would look at professional golfers and they would look at their swing to see, okay, are they doing these, like, how's their form? Is it perfect? I just dropped my phone. They found that in the golfer's form, it actually wasn't perfect, right? They actually had a bunch of flaws, but they still were like the best at what they do. Now, I don't know a whole bunch about golfers, but I do know this. Their mind would actually compensate and change the way that they would golf as a result of overcoming those specific flaws in their form. And so they would have these flaws, but still golf perfectly and be the absolute best. And so this is something I want you to think about in your manifestation, because we feel like we have to do everything perfectly. But again, that's not the case. In this metaphor, normally we think we have to have the form perfect. You have to be constantly thinking of your specific person or being in the end state. Or I've heard also people thinking that you have to never think about your specific person at all, because if you think of him, it takes you out of the state. But again, that's just not the case, and that's not true. No matter the flaws that you're doing, the only thing that really matters is your mind. So what are you seeing? So in this like golfing idea, any golfers, comment down below. I've barely ever golfed, but their mind was over or compensating for any flaw that was occurring. So literally, it was basically they were imagining themselves hitting these shots, and that was all they needed. They could mess up the swing as much as they wanted. That's the same thing with us. If you are mentally in the state of being with your specific person, then you can mess up the swing as much as you want, and your whole body, your reality is going to compensate for it. Basically, again, if you text your specific person something really odd or strange or weird, that could actually turn out to be in your favor, right? It's all about kind of listening or thinking about abundance in our reality. And I want to kind of give you an example of this, of how certain things, because you might still be like, well, I don't know how I messed everything up, I can't come back. That's totally not true. You can never mess up a manifestation. But I want to give you an example of this that's going to make everything kind of seem or make a lot of sense. So let's say some random person on the street comes up to you and says, hey, let's meet up. Let's hang out later. What's your immediate thought? Let's say you don't know them. They're not like super attractive, just average. And they say, hey, let's go hang out. Let's meet up later. What's your response? And normally people are going to be like, I don't know. Depending on your feeling, you might be like, that's creepy. That's weird. I'm not hanging out with them. But what if your specific person came up to you on the street and said, hey, let's hang out. Let's meet up later. Now, what is your response? Now your response is massively different. You're like, yes, thank the heavens that they came up and we get to hang out and this and that. And you are going to manifest that. Maybe even after this video, because I put that within your mind. But the idea is that they said the same thing. Okay. They said the same exact thing to us. They said, let's hang out, let's meet up. But one we really, really, really liked, and the other one we didn't like at all. We kind of said we could have done without that thing. Obviously, it'd be like flattering or supportive to our self concept that they sent this, but we wouldn't love it, right? We'd be like, I could take it or leave it. And so this is the point in the matter, that it does not matter what you are physically doing. And even if your specific person blundered and said something stupid or stuttered or said something weird, you would still think it was really cool and attractive. Like, I can't think of an example, but let's say when they went to say that, they kind of tripped and they almost fell into you. That would be funny to them. It would be a funny situation if it was your specific person, but if it was that stranger, it wouldn't be funny at all, right? That might even be creepier, which I don't know why tripping is creepy. But so that's the essence of everything. And so don't worry about messing up. Don't worry about what should I text my specific person? Should I text them? Should I not? You'll be guided to do that automatically. And even if you do something not correct, like I'm sure friends and family always have they say you need to do this, you need to do that. But when you're in the state, it's automatic. When you're in the state, everything flows perfectly. When you're in the state, even when you do something wrong, it's the right move. And that's because your body and your mind and your reality begin to compensate for that, because your state always aligns. Whatever you're doing, you can't act out of the course of your state. So if you're someone who is pursued, it's impossible to not act pursued, even if what you do is not a very generic form of being pursued, okay? And when you are not being pursued, you can do something that is pursued, like, I don't know, do any like dating tips or something, and you're gonna find that it just doesn't work, right? It does not work at all. You could do the most attractive, abundant, like think about it in this way too, and this is kind of something that's coming to me as well. Imagine your outfit. You could be wearing the best outfit, the most confident outfit ever, right? But still not feel confident, okay? Because the outfit is your physical action. It's not actually having any impact on your state unless we allow it to. So in the same way that if you're confident, you can wear a rucksack, a potato sack. You can wear that out and be absolutely killer. Like that was, I think, a Marilyn Monroe thing, right? They said you can't just wear everything and be confident. And then she did a photo shoot in a potato sack, okay? And so that's the thing. It's not actions. It's not the clothing. Obviously, if you're wearing your favorite clothes that you feel look really, really good on you, it's going to support your state. But that isn't everything. The action literally means nothing when we are in the state of it. In the same way that you could have the best outfit on, feel absolutely having a horrible day, and you're going to see your kind of day align with that as compared to the outfit. Or you can feel really, really good and have the worst clothes on ever. You can be in your sweats, and you'll see people hitting on you or talking to you constantly. It's all about the state. And I'll even kind of give you, because I always like to include success stories in all this. So a quick little success story that showcases it really isn't about action at all. So I'll put up on the screen. This is from someone who signed up for a course and literally wrote, this is not a joke. After I bought your course, 20 minutes after I saw it, this girl wrote to me. So the specific person wrote to them, messaged them 20 minutes after the call. Now, in this situation, think about what action besides the state could this person possibly have done within this 20-minute or within the hour, because the seminars are an hour. So what could they have possibly done besides get into the state? And I know on the surface, it's always everyone disregards how powerful the state is. They think I need to take action in order to change my reality, but that's literally not the case. It has nothing to do with action, is nothing to do without doing stuff. That's why the previous video I made was like, you don't have to do anything in order to manifest. It's all about the state, what you're doing, what you're feeling. That is the most important thing over everything else. And so just in this case, this person, if you're in no contact, you can manifest anything you want within 20 minutes, right? It doesn't matter the amount of time. I've had people in months of no contact, years of no contact, after doing a seminar or coaching, literally manifest a text right then and there. And you'd have to say, so then how is this happening if it has nothing to do with action? And that's law of assumption. And I know nobody believes it until you do it. Like I even, a while ago, maybe I'll include it in another video, I had someone kind of mentioning before they kind of met up with me, where like all these success stories, they seem too good to be true. It seems like that can't happen. Like I know it can maybe happen for them. It's not going to happen to me. And then they literally messaged me after meeting up and manifesting what they wanted. They said, Kyle, I didn't believe it before, but I know now that everything is my reality and I can change it. It's all about our assumptions. And that's okay if you don't fully believe it right now, because it always works. Law of assumption, manifestation always works. So no matter what, you can worry, you can have anxiety all you want. If you're in the state, that is absolutely not going to mess anything up. It is all about the state first and foremost. And so think about this. Don't worry about actions. If you're thinking about, should I do this? Should I not do it? Think about your state first. What is the feeling? What is the state you're in? And then align with that, and everything is going to be perfect. So it doesn't matter if you quote unquote messed up. If you align with the state, everything is going to change. You align the state, it's going to make that mistake turn into a massive gain and a massive benefit with your specific person. Remember that every single moment of the way. If you did have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Remember, you can also reach out to me on my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com. Again, if you loved this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up on it. And seriously, put any questions or comments down below that you have been wanting to ask me, because I am looking to basically just create videos based on your questions. So put one down below and I'll probably make a video about it. Remember as well, I am manifesting for all of my members, and we meet every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to become a member and make your manifestation easy and effortless, just click the link in the description. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I can't wait to see you in the next video tomorrow. And well, it's not tomorrow, but over the weekend, I'll be meeting up with all my members. I'll see you.